Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am the Sports Judge. Welcome in. What a game that was in Dallas last night. What a game that was. OKC is going to be a problem for a very long time. They may be going home, but they showed that for their age, they are ahead of schedule. Shea delivered a really strong showing, but it's Luka's and Kyrie's time right now. Um, Shea's stats were insane. I believe he's one of the best guards in the league in terms of scoring. They're earlier than expected. What a season and a run it was for a young OKC team. Number one seed, 57 wins. Shea second in MVP. Chet Holmgren second in Rookie of the Year. Mark Daigneault wins Coach of the Year. I'll say that was a pretty damn good season. Experience just met talent. That's all. A team I liked a lot was the Thunder. Exciting basketball, the way they shared the basketball, very unselfish team. A lot of togetherness on that team. We got a glimpse of what the future holds in OKC. The future couldn't be any brighter because let me tell you, this team is coming. Losing sucks. It's never fun to lose, but a loss like this presents an opportunity for a young team to grow. Like you're shocked just how far this team had come and how quickly they came on. Guys who are young, hungry, competitive, and played with a lot of heart. So, if we're being honest here, the OKC Thunder overachieved. And you know what that means? Well, next year, what that means, they're going to have to deal with higher expectations because folks are going to put higher expectations on them after a run like this. And I think this team is going to work, and I think OKC is going to be good for a very long time. There are Thunder folks who really like Chet. I like Chet Holmgren. My only concern for him is because he's this lanky, tall guy who is fearless and everything and impactful, but he's shaped like a toothpick. I think my real concern is his defense and rebounding. He can play. I'm not denying that at all. He got a motor. He got a relentless motor. You can see the physical tools, the statistical output that makes him a good player, but he has to hit the weight room and work on his defense and rebounding. If he does that, get stronger in that area of his game, he can be the most impactful defensive player. This OKC team, you know, this defense completely falls apart without him. If he works on that and puts on more weight, he can be even more impactful. So they have next year to look forward to. Jalen Williams feeling confident. He's very disciplined and mature. And that's probably because he comes from a military family. Shea getting better. Williams getting better. So that's why I do not think this was a one-hit wonder or a fluke at all. I think they're close, maybe a couple of more years away from being that team that everybody talks about as being this top-tier team in the West, along with Minnesota, because they're letting the rest of the world know they're here as well. And you keep this core together, this young group that they have in OKC right now, man, this team will go places for sure. There's no doubt about that. They will definitely go somewhere with this team. A young OKC team faced a good Dallas team led by Luka. OKC's young and inexperienced. OKC's a young team. OKC's youth and inexperience manifested itself in the second half particularly. That's my take on OKC. But looking at the Dallas Mavs, Luka, Kyrie, PJ Washington, Daniel Galford, and that team over there, I think they're a team that everybody is going to be concerned with. It's amazing what a couple of trades can do to bolster your front court, bring on a different personality, and change the whole dynamic. The Mavs deadline acquisitions, PJ Washington and Daniel Galford, brought a lot of the qualities that Dallas needed. Washington coming in for Grant Williams was an upgrade, a major upgrade. We saw Washington, who was acquired at the trade deadline, deliver with his shooting in a pair of wins in this series. We're seeing what Derek Jones Jr. can bring to the table. It's also evident that he can score. He had 22 points. And by the way, he was chasing around Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on defense. I can't say enough about Derek Lively, the rookie, and what he's doing. Off the bench, Lively injected game-changing energy. This, I think, is a guy who can come off the bench and provide some energy and a spark. And he did just that, overpowering OKC with 12 points and 15 rebounds as Dallas dominated the rebounding battle, particularly on the offensive glass. Galford has shown what he's capable of defensively as he's made noticeable defensive plays. They're well coached. They're exceptionally well coached. Jason Kidd, I got to give him a lot of credit. Jason Kidd has done a terrific job, and now he has guided this team to the Western Conference Finals. Kyrie has had his moments in these playoffs. I mean, he's slumping a little bit. There's times where he goes cold, but you've seen his resurgence. I like to call it a comeback story for him. I think often we overstep how good Luka really is. And just look at the Mavs. When Dallas wins, they win when he's playing top-level basketball, when he's doing MVP type stuff. I think he's a brilliant player, always their bread and butter. We know he can score, but he's added defense to his game. So he's evolving as a player. The roster has completely changed with Luka as the common denominator. It took everything in Game 6. It took everything. Huge deficits overcome, late leads snatched and lost, gritty defense, and superstars and role players stepping up with big plays. Dallas is one of those teams that can make some noise out west. And if Kyrie comes out of his slump and starts shooting like crazy, then the Mavs can overcome any challenge. We all know what Luka can do. Luka's going to do his thing. He's playing a little banged up right now. But, man, Dallas obviously won't be favorites against the Nuggets or the Timberwolves. But I think they're up for the challenge they'll face. But when you're a team and you've come back from a huge deficit in Game 6 to win at home, and you know that you're going to the conference finals, your confidence level, you feel good. All-around effort on offense and defense from the Mavs. What a thriller in Dallas as the Mavs move on. They're going to the Western Conference Finals. I think we've seen enough to say the Mavs are really a dark horse for the playoffs. And how insane is it that Kyrie is 14-0? 14-0 in closeout games. So he's a good luck charm. The chemistry between Kyrie and Luka are undeniable. Both of these guys work well together. It was a signature game for Luka from a defensive standpoint. Not only that, but the guy is playing, as I said moments ago, injured and out there averaging triple-doubles in an elimination game. Something the national media barely mentioned. I didn't really hear anybody talk about his triple-double. There is no world that doesn't exist where Luka isn't a top 5 player in the NBA. You're crazy if you think he isn't. Something is wrong with you if you think he isn't. Give him his credit. Give him his credit where credit is due. This is Luka's team, and with some help from those around him, as he's gotten a lot of help, the Mavs are a much better team, obviously. Let's talk about Luka's defense. He has committed himself on the defensive end. His defense in Game 6 was immaculate. I think the only thing with him is the constant whining he does to the officials. Get back on defense. That irritates me with him. The whining. Just get back on defense, man. There's no need to pout or whine about every single call. But when he does go at it with the officials, suddenly you have this guy, the angry version of Luka, and then he's going off, exploding for 40 points and stuff like that. The role players and what they did was key in this game. This team as a whole displayed top levels of basketball. I think we're selling the Mavs short. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate the love and support. We'll talk very soon. I'm getting out of here now because I'm in the middle of watching the Pacers and the Knicks game 7, and there has already been some fireworks. It's pretty intense early on. It's physical. It's been a close, tight game. I'm about to go back and check out the rest, and I will have more content on that game sometime later today as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate the love and support. Don't forget to do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.